Hi, it's Mark Welsh, currently Vice Commodore here at Sandringham Yacht Club and hopefully Commodore, next Commodore, at the time of the 2025 Melbourne Osaka Cup. And I'm joined today with current Rear Commodore and hopefully our next Vice Commodore, Kath Fury. Welcome, Kath.
Thanks, Mark.
Well, here we are, Kath. It's just over 1 year now until the start of the 2025 Melbourne Osaka Cup. Sandringham Yacht Club acting as one of the host clubs for the event. It's exciting times, and I think you've got a bit of a special interest in this one. Can you tell me, back in 1995, I think you were a starter in this one?
Yes, yeah, I was. I was a very young starter. We had a Steinman 37 called Outrageous 3 because you would do an Osaka race in an IOR boat with running backstays. So yeah, we started the 95 Osaka race on that.
Terrific stuff. And back then, I think that you were a bit of a celebrity and being interviewed by the late, great Bert Newton on Channel 9. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I really can't remember how it came about, but I do remember going into the Channel 9 studios and there was only, I think, 3 or 4 women competing in the boat, in the race, and I was probably the youngest one, so that was probably a little bit of the focus. But yep, got to go in and be interviewed by Bert Newton.
Great memories,
yeah,
great memories.
Great.
And I think as part of that interview, we actually had Rusty Wiley back, a bit of a name back then, an Australian musician and TV host, and back in the 1960s and 70s, and I think he might have even done a little song for you, is that right?
He did. He'd written a song about sailing and about that was for the Osaka race.
That's terrific.
And
I think we might just go and have a look at that little interview and the song right now, shall we?
Okay.
Welcome back. On Saturday week, the 25th of March, begins the Melbourne Osaka Yacht Race. And one of the competitors is Catherine Warren, who's joining us this morning, and also a man who wrote a song especially for the race. Our old friend Ross D. Wiley is with us too. Catherine, good to see you. Ross, ready? Good to see you again. Now, firstly, to the race, which sounds very, very exciting. How many competitors are there?
There's 42 competitors now from 7 countries.
And how long do you think the race will take?
For us in our size boat, we hope 35 to 40 days. The fastest boat should do it in about 28 days. So,
great experience?
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. It's the biggest thing we've ever done, biggest yacht race. So yeah, really exciting.
How much preparation and for how long?
We've been working on our boat for 18 months since we bought it 18 months ago. We've just been working nearly non-stop. I've actually been working on it full-time since December, so lots and lots of work.
You think you've thought of everything?
Oh no, someone asked me before what we're going to eat and I said I don't know, I haven't got a list yet. So
what sort of dangers what sort of dangers are ahead? What sort of things do you have to look out for?
The first part of the race we can get some fairly rough weather until we're up around, say, Brisbane.
Yep.
Then we go up through New Guinea. There's navigation all the time that we have to worry about. There's whales and containers and things like that out there. And then the last part of the race, going up into Osaka, there's apparently 600 ships a day that move in and out of the port, so that's meant to be pretty scary.
Yeah. Well, it sounds very exciting. As Russ mentioned before, no food on board, you haven't done the shopping as yet. But the one thing that hasn't been required to be shopped, and that's a song. You've got a song which obviously is very appropriate to the race, Ross.
Yeah, it's an interesting story, Bert, because actually Sharon's in the studio here now. She wrote a song, because she's a bit of a sailor herself, certainly not in the calibre of Catherine here, but wrote a song, and I happened to be sitting at a luncheon with ex-Lord Mayor Trevor Huggard, and who was the chairman of the Melbourne-Osaka Melbourne-based committee. And he said, we got talking about the yacht race, and I said, oh, good. I said, I think I've got a song for you. So that's how the marriage came together.
So it wasn't written especially for the...
No, it wasn't. No, Sharon's a sailor. She likes her sailing, but when you hear the song, and you'll hear that sailing is like universal, isn't it? I mean, if you get out there and especially, well, you can do it in a little cat, you can do it in a little Hobie craft or whatever, you know, sailing is sailing.
I'm wild as the wind, I'm sailing free. Soften my hair how I wanna be. The speed and the thrill of the wind pushing me. Sailing free on the open sea. I'm sailing free on the open sea. Waves roll on, white caps break. This sort of life is so easy to take. The dolphins are playing now, they're following me. They're swimming free in the open sea. And I'm sailing free in the open sea. Escape out here from the worries of the land, with a main foot of wind and a tiller in my hand. Jib pulled tight, rudders on the hum. I'm sailing free, horizon, here I come. I'm sailing free, horizon, here I come. Spray on my face, shielding my bones. Now I'll turn, I'll sail back home. It's great while it lasts, but forever cannot be. Sailing free on the open sea. And I'm sailing free on this open sea. And I'm sailing free, horizon, here I come. And I'm sailing free, horizon, here I come. Out on the sea is where I wanna be. I'm sailing free, sailing free.
Wow, quite the interview. Terrific stuff, Kath. Tell me a little bit about what your memories of that is.
Oh gosh, yeah, I mean, it was such a privilege to represent the race in that way and to be interviewed by Bert Newton. It was a really amazing time, the lead up to that 95 race. There was just so many functions and focus on two-handed sailing, and it's so amazing to see that focus coming back. You know, I'd had a bit of a dip in Australia for a while, but there's really so much interest again. So I guess it's such a privilege to have been part of something like that all the way back then, and then to be involved in another way as a flag officer at Sandringham for the 2025 race 30 years later.
Yes, terrific stuff, and I think it's fair to say that everyone here at Sandringham Yacht Club is really looking forward to that 2025 Melbourne Osaka Cup, and we look forward to welcoming everyone here at the Sandringham Yacht Club for that event. See you then.